Someone's got to stop these TikTokers, these people making these short videos saying Sakura is not useless. Everyone's wrong. Sakura is not useless. She healed people in the war arc. She healed people in the pain arc. She's so useful to Naruto. She helps him here. She helps him there. She fought one of the Akatsuki. Yeah, her only interesting fight that she ever has is one in which she's being controlled as a puppet. One of the puppet masters literally controls the movements that she makes. So the only useful fight, the only fight she gets any kind of decent amount of screen time, she's not even the one doing the fighting. She's just there. And that's the problem, is that her character is always just there. That's just because your character's there and maybe gets in some fights and helps out with some fights and heals some people, that doesn't mean she's useful as a character. And that means she's just a block of wood. She's just a generic nurse. You know? She's just like the local Nurse Joy if this was Pokemon. That's all she is. That's all she does. She brings nothing to the table. Literally, Ten has more interesting abilities than Sakura. Sakura punches hard and she heals people, and she summons a slug that heals people. That's all she does. She's just this pocket healer. Like the medical ninja in the series, even Tsunade, to a large extent, boring as shit. Like, the fact that the series has these medical ninja, narratively, is terrible. It's boring. It's not interesting at all. The fact that it's even in the series is an issue, right? She's basically a sensu bean. Now, narratively, alright, people say, oh, well, she motivates Naruto. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Is Naruto a character who lacks motivation? As a kid, we meet him where he desperately seeks the acknowledgement of the village. His whole motivation is that. And then think of all the other inspirations he has. To be stronger than Gaara, to be stronger than Sasuke, to be stronger than Kakashi, to be stronger than Jiraiya. This character, Naruto, he also just wants to protect people. He wants to be better at taijutsu than Rock Lee. He outworks, other than Rock Lee, he literally outworks everyone. And his Sakura is definitely not the main motivation for that. To say so is just crazy, and I feel like people who say that Sakura isn't useless, they just aren't actual fans of the series. They just aren't thinking practically. Because yeah, Sakura's physically there with Naruto. She's someone that Naruto can talk to, but narratively, that adds nothing. To have a character that is just one-dimensional, that is just there for Naruto to say his motivational stuff to, and to say, to monologue to. It literally, if you replaced her on their team with any other ninja in the series, it would be way more interesting. They'd bring more to the table. They'd have more of a character. And how does Sakura change throughout the series? Realistically, she starts out being desperately in love with Sasuke. End of the series, she's still desperately in love with Sasuke. And even when she gets him, she's still lonely. She's still the same simp. She sees almost no development at all. There's no character to her. That's why she's useless. She brings nothing to the table. She almost never helps them solve any problems. Just because the character might be useful and that she could heal people, that doesn't mean she's a useful character. She doesn't move the plot. There's nothing dynamic to her character. There's no development. There's nothing that satisfies the viewer in any type of way. So that's why people call her useless, is because as a character in a series, she adds nothing. She literally adds nothing. That's how she's useless, right? And considering that, we need to consider that Naruto as a series is very combat heavy, right? Most of the characters are ninjas who are going to be like involved in some sort of ninja war, some sort of ninja conflict, protecting the village, doing whatever. And they're getting in fights, right? Like it's a shonen. So fighting is a core part of the series. And what? She punches hard. She heals people. She is the least interesting fighter amongst the medical ninja, which are almost exclusively boring fighters, right? Even Kabuto in his later fight is boring. He's just this dorky ninja wannabe Orochimaru who gets Orochimaru's powers. And Orochimaru is a huge motivation for Naruto. The fact that Orochimaru takes his best friend away from him, and then also takes away his father figure in the Hokage. Like, oh my god, to say Sakura is the motivates Naruto is insane. And literally 10-10 has more interesting fights. Not really fights, but like the capacity for the character to have more interesting fights than Sakura. Now the series never explores 10-10's powers very deeply, but there's so much cool stuff you could do narratively. Like if 10-10 was on this team and not Sakura, they because of the amount of screen time, 10-10 would by definition explore her powers more. It would be way more interesting. 10-10 is not a trash character. Sakura is. And Sakura, ultimately, it's not like she's solving problems. It's not like she's the brains of the operation at all. like Kakashi is, or Jiraiya, or anyone else. Even Sai. Like, Sai is way more interesting of a character than Sakura ever is. So yeah, Sakura basically accomplishes nothing other than being a discount replacement to Tsunade. And yeah, she's just completely uninteresting all around in all facets. And another character I want to mention that's also incredibly useless when you think about it, when you look at it as a story, and what do these characters contribute to that story, and in the world that they live in, are they even contributing all that much? Not really when you look at it, right? Like, Tsunade could have plucked another medical ninja, and that medical ninja would probably far exceed Sakura. Now, what other character is actually quite useless? It's Itachi. Itachi is trash. Itachi is the worst. I mean, he's not as bad as Sakura. Itachi at least has cool combat abilities. We never see them, like, properly utilized at all. We never see him truly go all out in a fight. He's just completely underutilized. His character is kind of just pathetic. Because think about it like this. Think about what the character Itachi is doing off screen. Almost everything about him is off screen. We hear that he's so powerful and so smart from Orochimaru, but we never see it. We never see it in practice. It's just, alright, well, Orochimaru's just saying this because he fought him off screen and lost. Like, okay, show us, explain to us any of this, because we just have to go off the statements of the least reliable character, Orochimaru, in basically the entire series. Now, Itachi, think about it. Think about what he does, right? He takes out his village, and he helps Sasuke unlock the, like, Mangekyo, the certain abilities. He helps Sasuke. Think about how stupid that is, though. Think about how dumb that is. Think about how... Now, Itachi is either incredibly weak or incredibly stupid to do the things that he does. Now, why? If Itachi is anywhere close to as powerful as, like, Orochimaru claims that he is, why does he do nothing to stop or slow Madara's plan? Nothing? Nothing. Like, literally nothing. He can't take out one path of pain. He can't do anything, right? And he does. The crazy thing is, he doesn't even need to still be a member of the Akatsuki. He doesn't need it at all. Like, it's so insane. It's so insane. He doesn't, literally, at no point in the story does he need to be a member of the Akatsuki. Other than to provide a little bit of information to Sasuke. Ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. And he doesn't even need to be, like, yeah, at some point he needed to be a member of the Akatsuki. Sure. But for, like, the entire plot that we see, no, not really. Not really at all. So what's he doing? He's not slowing down the Akatsuki. He's literally helping them. And you would never need for Sasuke to unlock all these crazy abilities if you yourself just slowed down the Akatsuki. Just stopped them from getting what they're seeking. Because literally, it's so dumb. Because guess what? If Naruto doesn't defeat Pain, the series is over. Like, the Madara just wins. Series over. Oh my god. And what does Itachi do to help Naruto defeat Pain? Literally nothing. What does he do anything to prevent the Akatsuki from getting the tailed beast? No, not at all. Like, think about how dumb, how stupid, and how such a roundabout way it is to prevent Madara in the end. It's so dumb. It's wildly, wildly dumb. Just completely void of logic. This character, he just never gets the full fight that... his fight with Sasuke is okay, but other than that, he does basically nothing. Basically nothing. Like, yeah, his actions move the plot forward, but in a very stupid way, right? Even him taking out the Uchiha is kind of dumb. Like, there's other options here. This is quite stupid. Just such a garbage character. My goodness. Pathetic. And I get it. I would prefer that he's just incredibly weak. That he is not 1/10 of what Orochimaru says he is. But even within that, he's still stupid. He's still a dumb character who doesn't act with intelligence. He just doesn't.